Thank you for listening to the Sabbath Cafe podcast. This is episode 132, A Time for Transition. Hi everyone, thanks for joining us. This is Michelle. Time flies. I can't believe that we're at the end of 2024 already. This year went by so fast, it totally felt like a blur. So by the time Thanksgiving rolled around, I felt like I was done for the year. And so I just stopped and took a break, and I journaled about some of the key events that happened this year just to jog my memory, and I wanted to get a big picture. And after I did that, I realized I did a lot of new and different things this year. Totally not what I expected at all. For the past couple of years, I was mainly focusing on painting, watercolors, and I was doing a couple of other things too. So in the beginning of 2024, I thought that's what I'm going to continue working on. But it didn't quite turn out that way. And back in spring, I ended up helping at my local election for the very first time. I know, something totally different. I met this gentleman at my local coffee shop. Now, we had completely different culture and background. But when I heard him speak about his heart for the community and his vision for my area, I totally connected with it. And so I just decided I was going to join his team of volunteers. And we happened to be a bunch of people with completely different background and cultures. We had Muslims, we had Christians, we had Indians, and pretty much all the different people groups that made up my community. And so it was really exciting and I had fun. And most of the friends that I had reached out to kind of share about this election, they didn't know what to think about my new project. But it was amazing to just be able to step out of my comfort zone for a cause that's really close to my heart, and to just really connect with different people, to find other people out there where we share the same vision. And the interesting thing is, I have been praying for my area since 2022. Things were not going in the right direction. And so I've just been praying for God to bring about change. I just did not expect that God will bring me into the community as part of that change. And later on the year, I volunteered on another project, also community-based. And so I see God opening new doors and taking me in new directions and just being more involved with my neighbors and the area that I live in. The new projects that I'm working on, that is going to continue into 2025. And so I start to see that God is giving me a new focus that is heading into the new year. So when I got a chance to just kind of stop and look back at what I did this whole year, I start to see a theme of transition, of change, and new opportunities that God is shifting me into. And what is interesting is also that I'm sensing this on a larger scale too. A lot of the friends and my prayer partners that I talk with, we all sense a newness, a time of change and transition. And actually, as we look back and review the major milestones in 2024, I think I'm starting to see that the shift is already happening. And so as we are on the cusp of 2025, also a time of transitioning, I just want to invite you to look back at your year and see what are the new opportunities and major milestones that you've had, and what are the new interests that's caught your attention. And I just want to encourage you to be bold and to take up new projects, walk through the new doors if you get the opportunity. If the door opens, give it a shot. Be ready to try different things. Something I've learned this year is that God's opportunity can come at any time. And this may also mean that we need to finish up and close up certain projects that we have been working on to make room for new ones. And so be mindful to see what are the areas that it's time for us to close so that we can get ready for new changes, be ready for new people and connections. And so I just wanted to take this chance and share about what I've been feeling in my spirit. And I have to be honest, I am excited and looking forward to 2025. Thank you so much for your support for me this year. I look forward to sharing the new things I'll be learning. See you next year. Thank you so much for listening to the Sabbath Cafe podcast. For transcripts and more, please visit sabbathcafe.substack.com or sabbathcafeblog.com. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you next year.